and we're going to be talking about a few things today. And we're going to be talking about my new website. There's a lot of new resources there as well. It's not just a website redesign, but I want to show you how to get to specific resources that I have. And then we're also going to be doing some giveaways also. So yesterday, we gave away 5 3-month subscriptions to Mike Wheeler Media Plus. And we're going to be spinning the wheel today to give away 5 Clubhouse invites. And I have not removed previous winners from the wheel. So if you come up and you're a previous winner, I'm not going to let you win again, basically. So there's this one, you can only win one thing, basically. I wanted to mention that as well. But for those of you that may not be aware of who I am exactly, I am the founder of Mike Wheeler Media. My mission is to train, inspire, and equip you for your cloud career. And I have 5 Salesforce certifications plus 1 retired certification. And I've now had the honor of teaching over 138,000 students. I think it's 139,000 last I checked, but who's counting? Across 175 countries. And I've worked professionally as an administrator, developer, consultant, and now trainer on the platform. And my first Salesforce course released 5 years ago yesterday. And the rest, as they say, has been history. So here we are, and the agenda for today is I want to look at the schedule for this week and kind of preview what lies ahead for the next couple of days. And then today we're specifically going to be running through the new website and a lot of the new resources that are out there and that are coming. There's a few things that are getting ready to drop on Friday, if I can hit that deadline. I've been working a lot on these things. And then also I want to talk about an NFT that I dropped. One of those, I've dropped 2 NFTs. And one of those, I think, is closing out today and the next one tomorrow, or maybe it's tomorrow and Friday. It's all a blur at this point, believe me. And I need to update my slide because this is the slide from yesterday. But the giveaway today are 5 Clubhouse invites. All right. So ignore the 5 Mike Wheeler Media Plus giveaways because that was yesterday's. All right. So this week's schedule is available from my new website. So let me just go into that and we'll just dive right into the new website here. And here is my ugly mug gracing the website. And it's always awkward seeing myself on videos and websites and all that, but it's the nature of the business, you know. So the schedule is available from mikewheelermedia.com, and there's this banner here at the top. And you click on that to go to the schedule of events. And so, and you've hit this page if you are here because you've registered, more than likely. On Monday, we talked about my live admin class, and we started that on Monday and gave away 1 free registration to that. And that's a $997 value. I do have late registration open for that. So you can click through the link for the live class and register late. And there is a 50% off coupon. So you can get in for, I think it's $497 instead of $997. And I'll leave that open, I think, until the next session. Typically, I have some late registrants because we hold those live classes 4 times a year, and people don't want to wait 9 or 10 weeks. And I've had people sign up or ask if they could sign up in the 5th or 6th week, actually, because they were wanting to just get caught up, watch the replays, and they're close to ready to test. So if you fall in that category, consider doing that. Mike Wheeler Media Plus, my learning platform, we gave away 5 subscriptions on that yesterday. And if you're subscribed to this 5-day event, you should have access to the replays as well. You should be receiving emails for the replays. So if you want to see any of that, I encourage you to check out those replays. And you will get a replay email for this one as well. And so here today, we're talking about the new website. We're going to be giving away 5 Clubhouse invites. And Clubhouse is a audio-only social media platform, and it's by invitation only. It's still kind of in beta, even though it's really growing by leaps and bounds. And so I'll be spinning the wheel 5 times to give away those 5 invites at the end here today. And then tomorrow we're going to be talking about YouTube and the Irrelevant podcast. I dropped a new podcast episode today. Those are released on Wednesdays typically. And this week's episode that dropped today is an interview with Jennifer Borkovich, who is a solution architect for a partner company. And that talk was really insightful for me because of her approach to landing the jobs that she's in and also some of the apps that she's built, and a lot of good insight around creating applications in order to make your own experience, put those inside a portfolio, and advance your career. And so I'm going to be sharing a lot on Friday more around how to advance your career, by releasing a new course called the Career Launch Accelerator. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, so it's sitting here buzzing. I just got off a call right before going live here, so there's a few things that are out of sorts, but it's okay. We're going to get through this. But the giveaway, the giveaway on Thursday are 5 practice tests. 5 people will get an admin practice test of mine, and then Friday, 5 winners will get a half-hour coaching call with me. So I've got everyone's email addresses for registering for these events, and so if you are the winner on the spin of the wheel, I'll be reaching out via email later tonight or the night of, whenever you win, and doing next steps, because there will be specific next steps depending on what you win. All right. So let's talk about the new website and why we did this the way that we did and how this is organized. And a lot of this is an effort to organize a ton of material and information, okay? And as I mentioned on the onset, or at the outset of our time here together, and we're probably only going to go till about the next 20 minutes. These sessions are typically about 30 minutes long. So this is not an hour-long presentation or anything like that. The idea is to have a quick in and out and let you get on with your lives, and me to do likewise as well. But I mentioned in the onset that my mission is to train, inspire, and equip you for your cloud career. And it's right here. And it's all about helping you to launch your cloud career. And so we've divided the sections here in the navigation bar under training, inspiring, and equipping, because that's what this business and what I'm all about here and why I do what I do. So under training are a lot of resources, and a ton of resources, such as MyQuiler Media Plus. This is my learning platform. It's a 7-day free trial, and then it's a subscription after that. And then I've got my live Salesforce Administrator course. So you can go to myquilermedia.com and then just find the live course if you're wanting to learn more about that, or my on-demand training. And then some of these other resources are coming soon. The 28-day Career Launch Accelerator is dropping on Friday, releasing on Friday. And some other resources is my self-assessment checklist. And you click in there will take you to where you can go and get that checklist. And that contains the 97 topics that you need to know in order to ace the exam. It's clickable, and there's links to Salesforce's online help and links to my own specific videos for those 97 topics that are on MyQuiler Media Plus. So this is more like a study guide, or at least a starting point to a study guide. And then another thing that people are using as a study guide is the Career Launch Action Plan. And let me go ahead and show you on this one. That takes you to careerlaunchactionplan.com. So, but you can go to careerlaunchactionplan.com and sign up for that. That's a free course. And let me do this. But I want to talk a little bit about this as far as the course outline here is this has to do with treating your career as your business and applying the 3 fundamentals of any business to your career pursuits. And I get into some specifics in here, how to leverage LinkedIn for your career pursuits as well, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile for converting leads into phone calls and emails and interviews, stuff like that. And then how to improve in your interview performance as well. Talk about virtuous cycles and feedback loops. And I just take you through the life cycle of any business to business relationship, from marketing, sales to service, where you attract, attain, and retain potential customers. And these would be potential jobs, whether that's as an employee, a contractor, a consultant, or as your own small business owner launching a partner company, all of that. So that's at careerlaunchactionplan.com. I'll put that in the chat. And if you have any questions, just put those in the chat, and then you can mark that as a question by hovering over the 3 dots and then selecting mark as a question, okay? All right, so let me get that out of the way. So then other things under training, there's the Portfolio Power Hour workshop. That is a replay now, and I'm working on making that available. Right now, it takes you to a landing page, and so that should be releasing and being available very soon. The domain for that is portfoliopowerhour.com. And then the thing that people are really using as like a study guide, if I could scroll down here, is the 9-week certification challenge. And let me put that in the chat as well. And I've shown that in previous iterations of this session on Monday and Tuesday. And so I'm not going to go into depth on that, but inside of there is my checklist, free career paths course, a 9-week journey, and a weekly task that you should do each week in order to be ready to be certified over the span of 9 weeks. And I also assign my video work on my Quiller Media Plus, or I have the curriculum spreadsheet so that on week 1, here's the 38 videos you should work through, and here's the trailhead modules you should do. And this helps people to have more of a guided path. And I also send emails weekly for those of you that are in there. And I think we have close to 700 people in there. That's a free membership. I think that's going to just really grow and grow because it's such a helpful resource as far as providing you guidance. All right. Also under training, finally, is this Salesforce Career Paths course. That's where I go into things like the day in the life of an administrator, business analyst, project manager, what some of the core skills you need to have to succeed, salary ranges, and certification requirements. And I even have a webinar in there that is with a Salesforce business analyst. And so that's about a 2-hour free course. And that gives you the idea behind all these resources that I'm doing is to give you an idea of what all is available and out there as far as career paths. It's not just the big 3 of administrator, developer, or architect, but there's business analyst, project manager, marketing specialist, data analyst. There's all sorts of jobs out there. And so if anything, just encouraging you to broaden your horizons as far as your job search goes. And there's a lot of Salesforce jobs out there. Some of these other things on the website, I'm not going to go real in depth on this, but I encourage you to peruse the website. And this Why It Matters box takes you to an article I wrote that gives you more background on our mission. I've got a link to my personal story, et cetera, et cetera. But it's kind of my own journey to learning Salesforce and why I do what I do, and what we're, and really just talking about how I passed my first exam, how much I made in my first job, which was $80 an hour. I about fainted when they said yes to that. And more information about our first course, all of that. So if you have interest in, how this came about and why we do what we do and how we do it, that may be of interest as well. And then we've got, a preview of a lot of the 5-star reviews. I won't navel gaze that much here and go into that, but you can check that out. And then I've got kind of my own bio here for myself personally and my own background. And it's a little different than about my Quiller Media Plus. But then beyond the training, there's the inspiring side, which we've got You Relevant, which is my podcast. I mentioned that, and it's available on a lot of different platforms such as Apple Podcasts and Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc. And let me put that link in there. And today's episode, I think, is a great one, and there's a lot of really good ones on there. But feel free to subscribe to the podcast. And in the idea here is that the training section of the website, though, contains a lot of the free or paid courses. And then the inspiring is more conceptual in nature, and that would be where the podcast comes in, and the YouTube stuff as well. And the equipping is where the YouTube channel is, and the Facebook community and the blog. And I'm going to be talking tomorrow about You Relevant and our YouTube channel and more about that. Other things that you can do is you can submit a contact through the contact form that creates a web case. We try to, what they say, eat your own dog food, or whatever the saying is. And whatever it is that you need, you can submit there, and we'll get back to you on that. So that is the new website. I encourage you to check it out and leverage any and all of these resources to your heart's content. And there's some things coming out. Some of these will just not fully, it's kind of a coming soon page, such as the 28-day career launch accelerator. Let me give you that link as well. Registration opens April 2nd on that. And we are going with a race car theme. I'm excited to see what my son Aaron comes up with. He's working on some graphics for that, which I'm sure are going to be amazing, and a trailer as well. So that's Career Launch Accelerator. So let's do this, shall we? I've looked at my face long enough. Let's put that up there. And I've got my list of names. I just need to put them on the wheel spin thing. I'm a little more, I think, hopefully prepared to do this wheel spin here. And I'm not going to take as long on this. So do I have my, okay, so here we go. And so what we're giving away here, and we're going to be spinning the wheel 5 times at Wheel of Names. I think it's Wheel of Names. Yeah, Wheel of Names is 5 Clubhouse memberships. Now, a little bit about Clubhouse as I paste the updated names in here. This has our late arrivals as well. What Clubhouse is an audio-only social media platform, okay? And it's growing by leaps and bounds, very popular. And there's more and more Salesforce conversation going on in Clubhouse. And I also plan on being more and more active in the coming months on Clubhouse and doing some events. And what's nice about Clubhouse is I like to pop in there when I'm doing things that don't require a lot of my mind share, such as exporting videos or mindless tasks that sometimes I have to do in building out courses. And so I'll just pop on Clubhouse and see what the conversations are that are happening out there. And those may be related to Salesforce or other cloud technologies, or, hey, Elon Musk is talking live right now. Let's check that out if we can get in. So this is by invitation only. So for these 5 winners, I'll be sending you an email with next steps. And one of those steps that I'll need to do is I will need your phone number in order to have you in my contacts. This is an app that I think is iOS only as well. And so if I select your name and you're on here and you're not interested or don't fit the bill for this giveaway, then let me know and I'll spin again. Otherwise, we'll just spin the 5 times and we'll be off to the races. And then one other thing real quick, let me move this out of the way, is there's one other thing I wanted to mention on the schedule of events was this NFT information, non-fungible tokens. I've talked more in the past days about that. I'm not going to go on and on about that, but I've got a couple of NFTs that I've dropped for our 5-year anniversary. It's a way of marking the occasion and trying to make history, or not make history, but just have a marker in time as far as from a historic perspective, because I do anticipate that NFTs are here to stay. And so I think we're the first person or entity in the Salesforce ecosystem to drop some NFTs. So you can check that out. I'll give you the link to that as well in the chat. And then I'm not sure even if Clubhouse has a website. I know they have the mobile app, but I was going to see. Yeah, okay, so joinclubhouse.com. Yeah, so there's no real website here for Clubhouse. It's just saying download on the App Store. Let me copy the link to the address there. And so what you can do is you can go ahead and install the app for iOS, put that link in the chat, and then you can also specify your username, and then you just got to wait to get an invite or try to get an invite, and eventually they will open it up to you. I'm not sure how quickly they'll do that. They're kind of growing carefully. All right, so let's spin this wheel, shall we? We're going to do this 5 times. So first winner is, and I've truncated the last name on a lot of these. As you can tell, I've missed some where I've got first and last name in the first cell there. So the first is Gautam GA. So we're going to spin again. We remove Gautam from the list, and so now we will spin again. And Gautam, you're recorded here in the results, and I'll be emailing you, and I'll also be emailing Michael M.I. for next steps on Clubhouse invite. Next up, we've got winner number 3, Clubhouse invite, and that would be, it's always fun spinning this wheel, Michael Rowe. It's the day of the Michaels. I'm a Michael as well. My wife registered for these events, and I've removed her name. It's like, yeah, we're not going to have my wife accidentally win and be like, oh, it's fixed, it's rigged. Winner number 4, Lawrence A. Lawrence of Arabia. No, that's probably not your name, but Lawrence A. I'll be getting in touch. And then finally, one more. And I only have 5 invites, or I would keep spinning and invite everybody. So, all right. When you first join, you get 2 invites to invite others. And then after you've been on the platform a while, they give you 5. Okay, Rama Kumar TU. All right, so congratulations to our winners. Here they are right here. I'm going to copy these to my clipboard so that I don't have to watch the replay to be like, okay, who won? And that's how I do things as far as sending out those emails with next steps. So, all right, I appreciate your time joining me today. And so join me tomorrow as we do day 4 of this 5-day journey. And we'll be talking about our YouTube channel and our You Relevant podcast and giving away 5 practice tests. And then as well, join us on Friday when we talk about the Career Launch Accelerator, and I give away 5 half-hour coaching calls. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, I'll see you in the cloud.